Lubbock is all about their softball. Check out the Texas Tech faithful lined up, ready to see the number 11 seed Red Raiders take the field once more as they face off against the Ole Miss Rebels. Making moves, Kennedy Bunker, part of a transfer class, that sends that one opposite field and over the wall. How about a way to start off the ball game for the Ole Miss Rebels? Getting a blast off of Nigeri Kennedy, the 12th home run this season for Kennedy Bunker.
12th home run for Bunker and the 14th home run that Nigeri Kennedy has given up this season. What a statement from Ole Miss. We mentioned the fact that this is a team that's playing their hottest softball right now. Seeing the ball well at the plate, cleaning things up defensively in the circle.
Very quickly into the SEC a season ago. And this one put into play, the opposite field, base hit into right. And 2 for 2 to start off this game for the Ole Miss batters. And Yamas drives this one into right. Terry couldn't handle it. It's a base hit for Percy Yamas. So 3 for 3 as Ole Miss rolling early on, 3 miles per hour. George hits this one skying into left field. Underneath it is Logan Holloman. You saw Nigeri Kennedy pump that in for strike 2 against Cassie Reisner, as the Ole Miss Rebels opening up this ball game with some home run power, but the answer back from Kennedy. Her
heavily relied on a rise ball throughout her career, and she said she's paired that with focusing on the drop ball this season.
And getting back-to-back strikeouts, and what a way to respond for Nigeri Kennedy.
Well, this is definitely an arm that hammers low in the zone.
The 2-2, and Boyer gets the strikeout. So sits down the leadoff bat.
2 changeup calls, that's for sure.
Garrett Knowles behind the plate as this one lifted into the outfield, and quickly 2 down for the Red Raiders.
We talked about the struggle with the free passes, the 89 walks. She's got to continue to trust the defenders behind her.
One close. Instead, the walk awarded to Jackie Liss.
It catches the outer half of the plate.
Right now, a very tight strike zone, and this driven into center field for the loud out to end the first inning. Runner left on base, a Ole Miss 1-0 lead going to 2. It has 7, 8, 9 due up for the Rebels. Right back at you to Nigeri Kennedy, feels the position well, snags it out, 1 down.
That's got to feel good.
This one on the ground to Mia Williams, fields it cleanly at second base, and 2 away. Don't miss a minute of the action, only on the ESPN networks. This one backhanded by Haley Tony across the diamond. Great play, a 6-pitch inning for the Red Raiders, and the deep just continuing to add up. She brings over some experience too, having been to the Women's College World Series with the Gators, but the leadoff walk here to Williams. The 1-2 from Boyer, and Boyer gets her 2nd strikeout of the game. Haley Tony right back to Boyer, makes the play at second and safe at first. So the lead runner is out. You talked about the defense needing to...
Massive swingers that have reloaded this offense, but now you got to limit damage. Don't set the table with free passes.
And just as you say it, base on ball awarded to Lauren Allred. Switch it up, and at any moment, players can take off running. Holloman right back to Boyer, snags it out the air, feels the position not once but twice in this inning to get out of the jam. So the inning, right, boom, right out the gate, Ole Miss goes swinging as she hits the first batter of this third inning, and that's Kennedy Bunker, who hit that solo shot to lead off this game. But in talk, 1 and 2 down to Pickens, who singled her first time up.
There's 3 different speeds with that pitch. We've seen obviously the mid to low 70s, mid to high 60s, and that one there at 56, back-to-back true change-ups.
.142. The payoff pitch to Yamas and over to Tony, and they're going to look to turn a double play, and not in time. Very close there.
That's who we saw in the 3-hole.
One high, getting past the catcher, Jazzy Burns. And now Yamas in scoring. Home state. This one lifted high in the infield, pop out, and that ends the inning. Runner left on base as we move to the bottom of the third. Top of the order due up for the Red Raiders.
As Allison Cooper, Miley Wachenia, who transferred to Oklahoma. This Ole Miss team had to completely rebuild their pitching staff. Boyer sitting down Davis. That's tough, right? You've got 3 brand new arms, an easy ride.
The grounder over to Mackenzie Pickens at second base, and Caitlin Terry takes the seat.
It's taken some time for this squad to put together the pieces to find.
The payoff to Liss. And another walk there. 4th of the afternoon. Don't miss the NWS D2 to D1 softball. Said beating Tennessee was a huge confidence booster. As that one, a diving grab from Ryan Starr, who's an outstanding third baseman to get out.
Is that the zone is tight. We are a very offensively heavy sport right now. The most powerful we've ever been in the sport of softball.
And after a couple of big foul balls.
That was a specific question. That one clips the corner of the elbow of Applin. Specific question that I had for her coming into this weekend. Her senior year, the amount of scouting, the amount of 9 have over 11 stolen bases, double-digit stolen bases.
And this one over the head of Tony into left field, and the base hit for Tinley Grisham.
Something brewing here for Ole Miss.
And so with the lefty Connors in the box, the pitch on the way from Kennedy. This one sent into the outfield, opposite field, home run for Rachel Connors. The lefties having their way here in Lubbock. A huge 3-run blast for Rachel Connors.
Jamie Traxel looks like a genius right now. The pinch hitter, Rachel Connors, stepping in, 2 on, less than 2 out, opposite field shot. This is the 2nd home run for Ole Miss, the 2nd off of the bat of a lefty, and the 2nd that's opposite field. Eerily silent here.
At this 4-0 advantage here at the top of the 4th for Ole Miss. And getting the strikeout to end the inning. Williams, who walked her first time up after driving in a couple of runs yesterday, a couple of singles against Maris, tried to leg that out, and Williams is retired.
Same order.
Taylor Panel has that one snagged by Ryan Starr. She talked about the defense at the hot corner, and Starr, another terrific. The payoff. Gets the strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning for Emily. For Ole Miss, you've got to find a way to keep the foot on the gas and try to put as many runs on the board as possible. Even with a new pitcher in the ball game, and Mackenzie Pickens does so. Seeing the ball well, Carlin Pickens over at Tennessee faced a steady dose of arms, but right there, the lefty-lefty matchup working in favor of Samantha Lincoln as the Red Raider pitcher.
Outfield, the bounce of that rubberized turf.
And out in front of that one, George strikeouts, back-to-back Ks for Sam Lincoln.
Could be one here. Ole Miss up 4-0.
And the 2-out walk awarded to Cassie Reisner, so 2 on and 2 out. By a pitch in that 4th inning, and came around on that 3-run shot from Connors deep into the 6th hole. And Desiree Spearman just stops it from going into the outfield, but now that loads the bases. As this one over to Spearman, flips it over to the 3rd base, and that ends the inning. So the bases left loaded as we move to the reigning champs. As this one past Boyer, great fielding from Cassie Reisner over at her shortstop position to retire all red.
Apply to defenses. Well, they haven't been able to use that tool today. Very silent at the plate.
And well-played defense once again. Cassie Reisner is doing an outstanding pitch. Nearly grabbed, but out of the glove of Mackenzie Pickens, and the first base hit, and safe over at second base, going for it. You talk about the speed, the aggressiveness on the base pass, and getting an opportunity to see it as well. And really from both angles, it appears that the call on the field will stand.
When you give Texas Tech an opportunity to flash the speed, it is very rare.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
Very rare that they get thrown out. The speed
lead the Red Raiders with their first great opportunity, and just flares it over to the 3rd base. And after giving up the first base hit of the game, Boyer gets out of it. Her defense backs her up. Star laying down the bunt, the flip from Sam Lincoln just in time. Georgia. The 3-2 snagged by Panel at 3rd, and Malvin
for Ole Miss.
We saw 12 hits yesterday for the Rebels team. The double play intact, the 4-6-3 put out to end the inning. So now it's Texas down to Liss. The pitch over to Pickens at second, and the 4-3 put out.
Well, you talk a little bit of bruised confidence, admittedly.
And this one into the opposite field, just inside the line, and Jazzy Burns with a 1-out single.
Second base hit.
Back to Boyer, and gets the lead runner, so Garcia sits down as Williams at first with 2 outs. Season when she was in a Tennessee uniform, and now the walk awarded. So 2 aboard with 2 outs. And Desiree Spearman coming to the plate. And pops it up into shallow right field, and once again Boyer able to get out of it. Texas now in the second game from Ole Miss. The different batters who have come up with hits we saw already today as Sam Lincoln gets Pickens, who was out in front of that one. Third strikeout swinging for Sam. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pickens delivers it out of the park over the left field wall. Touches the trees. Some insurance there for Ole Miss. Well, how about Mackenzie Pickens, who has found her rhythm here in Lubbock? Had a solo shot yesterday and another one this afternoon. So the redo goes in favor of the Rebels.
Sometimes our game is just so ironic. I mean, she gets another life and absolutely makes the most of it. Stepping into this pitch, this is low in the zone.
Mackenzie Pickens continuing to add to that program record as Spearman kind of cups it and gets Yamas at first base. Off speed, caught her looking. George is retired. Backwards K for Samantha Lincoln. Cassie Reesner, first pitch swinging up the hole in the middle, and the 2-out single for Reesner, her first base hit of this regional.
To understand.
And Lincoln, the approach, delivers. And this one hits Applin in the head. And she runs to first.
He was in the first base coaching box. He's trickled back into the dugout. That's who I'm hearing. Him yelling, sit.
Tried to sit on that one, and bloop single in front as Holloman was slow to play it. And Reesner comes across. Taylor Roman with an RBI. Off the run, tacked on for the Rebels.
Trying to understand, too, Holloman in left field, very tentative on this swing. Powerful cut from the pinch hitter, Taylor Roman. And take a look at the hesitancy. She kind of holds up, second guesses her ability to catch this ball, and then absolutely airmail.
Single. So correction there, Taylor Roman with the RBI, and this one hit into the gap. And more runs come across, 2 more, as Ryan Starr is one of the stars in this show, in this ball game for Ole Miss. And this crew out of Oxford just taking it to Tech.
Keep in mind, Ryan Starr was who Rachel Connors pinch hit for with the 3-run bomb. So Starr getting her opportunity.
And Jamie Traxel's crew has just come in here. Red hot as a throw over the first, and that ends the inning, but not before Ole Miss hangs up a 4th spot down to their final 3 outs. So Lauren Allred leading it off here, and Ryan Starr had a tough one at the hot corner, bounces off the bag and her glove. Holloman into the glove of Reesner, and 1 away. Lined out to short, and that'll take us back to the top of the order with Maya Davis. To this situation, she had 2 1/3 innings yesterday to close out Boston University, and here striking out Maya Davis, so 1 out away. That one just past bunker, and so advancing to second is Allred. She's in scoring position. The payoff. And that one into right field, and not being shut out says Texas Tech. They get their first run of the game. Caitlin Terry with her first hit of the game. So the 2-out single to right, and the Red Raiders still have life.
This swing just feels like a little bit of pride, right? It's like, hey, we are better than this. And yes, we got 8 runs we got to put up on the board, but
Jackie Liss with a couple of walks in this one. The pitch, she sends that one flying into center field. It's out of here, a 2-run shot. Little wind-aided home run. Jackie Liss puts up 2 more. It's now 8-3.
Texas started to figure some things out. The question is it too little, too late? With 2 outs on the board, Liss finding this in the deepest part of the field, dead center, exits the ball yard in a hurry.
And this one gets through the 5-6 hole. A diving Ryan Starr couldn't stop it. And this is all happening with 2 outs. Remember, this one out of the glove of Starr. And Jazzy Burns at third, Williams at first, runners at the corners, 2 outs. And the Red Raiders not done yet. You know, Aaron, we saw this yesterday. And activity in the bullpen with Kyra Aycock getting ready just if needed. And again, pulling it once more. Another run driven in. And now cutting the lead in half after the RBI single from Taylor Panel.
This has just been a path to be the hero. Taking the biggest hacks that you possibly can. And right now, making the focus smaller. Decreasing the size of the game. These are really fundamental swings, hard contact swings, and they have just been peppering the ball through the infield here.
That one inside, and that's ball 4. So now that loads the...
At times through this whole ball game.
Lauren Allred gets a hold of the pitch. Oh my goodness! Grand slam! Can you believe it, folks? Down 8 runs. Down to their final out.
Full body chills. I mean, this is postseason. This is Texas Tech. A ticking time bomb. You've heard me say it all game long. It was a matter of time before Texas Tech unloaded at the plate with their backs against the wall, Tiffany, down to a final strike.
Wow. They needed Lauren.
Well, and you hurt a little bit for Boyer. This one overthrown by Bunker. The toss back to Boyer in the circle. I mean,
steps in the circle to try to extend this game, and gloved by Aycock, tossed over the first. She does the job as we move to extra innings. But folks, if you're just tuning in at the right time, get ready. Ole Miss has used that long ball this season, a program best in terms of power out of the park. And this one pulled to right field, and a leadoff base hit for Kennedy Bunker. He has had 3 for 4 on the day, a couple of singles, and that solo home run last inning. And this time trying to do a little small ball action, lays down the sac bunt well, and Rittiger advanced. Is the tight strike zones that we have seen all across the country. Yamas lays into that one, and this one they're going to try to bring home the runner, and Rittiger gets the go-ahead run. The RBI single from Percy Yamas, and Ole Miss is back on top.
In our game, Nyjah Kennedy, this is a screwball. It's working away from Yamas. She goes up the middle of the field for this RBI single. I have to go back to the importance of the bunt, too, by Mackenzie Pickens. Without that sacrifice bunt to put Bunker in scoring position, that run doesn't score.
Excellent point. So Percy Yamas comes through, delivers. And George sends this one into foul territory, right field line. Getting to it is Terry, and it's 2 away. Ole Miss answering, providing themselves a run of separation, and so here we go to the bottom of the 8th, and what is left in the backs? And now she leads it off here with a walk. What was now the energy feeling a lot different here at Tracy Sellers Field. The 9th walk of the game given up by the Ole Miss pitching staff. So now 2
home runs in this situation.
And just waiting on that one and delivering the game-tying run is Jazzy Burns. Burns keeps on delivering, producing the RBI single needed. That scores Terry with that leadoff walk. She comes around to score after this hit.
Notice the back knee. Burns drops the back knee to get this ball low in the zone. Witten pulling a little bit of mild.
To lead them to the Women's College World Series and make an appearance, and winner of this one will go on to face the Gainesville Regional, and this one off the bat of Mia Williams is deep enough. That's going to allow a runner to tag and move 60 feet closer to home. So Jackie List now chance of Raider power, get into it, panel, the RBI, sac fly, and the Rain Runners comeback is complete. Never done before. 640 teams have tried since 2000 to come back from 8 runs or more, and Texas Tech, the first team to do so. They advance to the regional final.
Tiff, I don't know that you can really put words to what we just witnessed. This offensive feat late in the game from the 8-inning bottom of the 7th inning to the fundamental pass the bat offense here to score 2 runs for the walk-off when Texas Tech found a way with their back against the wall. And how about the support for Nyjah Kennedy, who struggled early in this game? They had an answer for her.
That graphic bears repeating. First team since 2000 with a comeback win after trailing